Oh, there it is. And so I'm live. Okay. I'm probably a couple seconds too early, but you know, I couldn't really hold it back anymore. I'm actually like very, very excited. This live message for this channel message. I don't know. I just been looking forward to this like all day. Like I really felt like this was going to be like a really good, really positive message, and it's something that I really needed to like get off my chest. Or maybe spirit, father, as you guys know, father might need to get this off his chest. But of course, I opened myself up to a whole plethora of energies that are aligned with the highest good of the universe. And I'm just seeing, and we'll see what comes through. I feel like I'm like speaking like very low energy, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of just like waiting for just like maybe one person to show. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, I feel like I'm just kind of waiting for one person to show up, and pop goes the weasel. Okay. So, friends, for this channel message, I have a feeling that it might have something to do with like the 1111 portal that's happening today, and like going forward from there. I really feel like this is might going to be like a uniform change across, spiritual beings. I feel like I should. This is someone else's word, so like don't kill me for this. Don't try to coin this as my phrase, but for inspirational beings, those of you who are out here like really striving in the spirit and striving in the 3D world, I really feel like this message is going to be for us. Like those of us who really take heed and pay attention and are attentive to the word. So let's see. With that being said, I guess I'll start. Father, please guide me. Let's take these back. Let's see. The first card that I had was Gift from the Past. And immediately, with Gifts from the Past, the first thing that this portal is opening up is a portal to all your past selves. And they come bearing gifts, because the next card that we have is Good Things. So we have Gifts from the Past and Good Things. I've been saying this, like I said this to someone else, and like I really feel like this is like everything you need to soon. I'm gonna put these to the side and I'm gonna plug more of these in a little later in the reading. But we have Gifts from the Past, Good Things, and Everything You Need to Soon. Now, what these three cards here are telling me is that you, at least from this portal and probably a couple of days up to it, you guys have probably been having like either really dynamic dreams, really in-depth dreams, because I know I have been. And someone just hit me up before I started this live about a really in-depth and dynamic dream that they had. Someone who don't even remember their dreams, but this one just would not leave them. So there's spirits, beings on the other side. And this 1111 portal, and funny, this is the 11 card. This 1111 portal is really opened up, at least like opened up the door a little bit more for a spirit to come through. Like if you think about the image that came to my mind, because I know I don't have a lot of anime and gaming nerds on here, but it's Kingdom Hearts. Like the door to Kingdom Hearts is just like cracked open a little bit, and Kingdom Hearts is light. And inside of Kingdom Hearts is the spirits of like everyone who's passed, who had a virtuous and like righteous heart, a good heart. And that's where they all go and coalesce and get purified back into the light. So with gifts from the past, like this is definitely like beings of light, beings of love that are coming down and like really trying to talk to you. Like I really feel like this is like your past self, your past selves coming through and like gifting you with gifts, talents, and abilities that you had in other lifetimes. Um, how can we like actually discover these gifts? How can we discover these gifts? Let me plug a card on that. What can we do to hone and to discover these gifts, Father? What can we do? because I'm interested in that myself. Because this isn't the first time I heard this message, and it's funny that it came out in this 11:11 reading. So I'm very curious. How can we tap into these gifts? You don't have to. You don't have to tap into these gifts. It'll just come. It's something naturally. It's something that you've already. These gifts that are coming to you is more than one, by the way. Like these gifts that are coming to you, these talents, these natural things that are like going to be intrinsic to you or seem like they've always been intrinsic to you, is because they are remnants from your other lives that you lived. So if you're an older soul or ancient soul, prepare to have a bunch of stuff coming your way. If you're like a newer soul, then you're going to start receiving like gifts, talents, and abilities from your past lives. And that's part of the good things here. Like as you can see, like there's like a open palm, and like they're reaching for fruit, and under the guise or under the watch of these eyes. I feel like these eyes and this hand is like the spirits themselves, like the two eyes in their hands. I feel like they don't have like a humanoid shape. Not all of them. Hey Yana, not all of them have a humanoid shape, and they're just giving. They're gifting you stuff, everything that you need too soon. Like everything you need too soon, like don't let it like fool you. This is actually like a really good card, like the good things and stuff like that. Only thing it's telling me is like, you guys are just unaware of the gifts that are being given to you. You don't know yet, but you're going to unconsciously and subconsciously tap into them. And look, I stopped shuffling and I looked down, and we have the high priestess here. So I was asking, what can we do to like tap into these gifts? What can we do to like really connect to them? And I didn't really need to pull a card. I just started channeling, and then I grew. Then I got the yes, hey Jennifer, and then I ended up pulling the high priestess. So yeah, connecting to yourself, like really paying it, go into your dream states, like really reach out in a meditative states. Whatever it is that you do to like ascend your spirit higher or to like connect to that realm, is something that you really need to like remember, and what you need to do to like really get more information on the gifts that are being given to you from your past lives. Like I said, if you're an older soul, you're going to have many gifts coming in, and a lot of it is going to be in the form of intuition and spiritual power and spiritual gifts. I'm hearing for some of you guys, you might become claircognizant. Um, yeah, claircognizant. Some of you guys like might just like start learning or like knowing things at random. Like you'll see something on TV and it might feel like vaguely familiar to you, and you're gonna think like, have I been there before? Like, why do I know this? Why do I feel like I've seen this before? That I know this and that. Clear cognizance is actually like my strongest clear. Yeah, it's my strongest clear. It's been with me ever since I was a child. I've always just knew. So some of you guys are really going to start coming into like that beautiful gift as well of just like knowing, especially with the high priestess here, because the high priestess knows. She knows. So in order to like really tap into these gifts from the past, from your past lives, only thing you have to do is just realize that all the gifts that are being given to you, you know. You know them. These aren't anything new. These are just things that you have forgotten that you knew. And this is what's really coming through in the 11:11. This 11:11 portal is good things, blessings, abundance, and like an increase in spiritual gifting. But it's not all spiritual things. It's not all spiritual gifting for everyone, though, and that's why I really have to say this. For some of you guys, it's going to be like maybe you're going to discover that you have a talent for writing. Maybe you always kind of sort of like singing, but now you're really getting like pushed in, like really inspired to sing. Maybe you always like to art and doodle and draw, but now you're really feeling like the inspiration, like really pursue it and like get into it. That's not a coincidence. Like that's your past selves coming through and like really like stoking those fires for you. Didn't even know how to write that. See, look, hey Jennifer, you tap right in at the right time, because this is going to be a special reading. Like this 11:11 reading, like I felt my powers like shoot up today. I know it did. Like I feel supremely powerful today. I've been connecting, tapped in, and prayed up all day. So this is going to be a really good treat. What was I saying? Like if you guys really have like creative endeavors, like some of you guys like sing, might want to do an instrument. I know that's something that keeps coming up for me in my readings for like the past 3-4 months. It's learning an instrument. Um, yeah, music is going to be very, very big for some of you people. Like that could be like one of the gifts that you have. One of the gifts that you have that you're like really sleeping on and that you don't know that you have yet. But all this is being gifted from the divine feminine, the goddess. And also with the goddess card, this is spirit. This is the spirit aspect of Father, the part of him that comes down and interact and like give us signs in the world, the goddess energy. You can always see signs of God in the world, and all the signs that you've seen were left here by his spirit, which is the feminine aspect. So just know, like, you can look for the signs. And also, what I'm hearing here is like, even if you are a male, the fact that you're really this tapped into like spirituality, that you're really this intuitive, is really a feminine trait. It's a divine feminine trait. And with the goddess card, like that aspect of you, that intuitive, like channeler, like I said, those clears, all that stuff that's going to be increased, that's going to be because you are a goddess. You have goddess energy inside of you. You have very strong divine feminine energy. You're tapped in, you're connected to the spirits, to the spiritual realm. And because of that, you're going to be blessed. I heard because they're lonely, and you know you're the only one. You're one of the few that come and visit them, that pays attention, have empathy for them. Let me see. I'm gonna get one more of these. Let me see what else I can pull out. Calm my energy down. Because if we're gonna be giving messages, I want everyone to get down the line, single file, and we're gonna do this nice and orderly, okay? Yeah, this just won't leave, huh? Storm, uncertainty, the tear, meditation. So yeah, another message that's coming out, like in order for you guys to like really like be open and be in the energy of like really receiving these beautiful gifts that has been left, is like it's time for you guys to like really honestly, truly make sure that you're doing energetic cleansing and like purging of like all negative things. Because we have the uncertainty card, and even on top of the deck, we had the storm card. Let me show you. So we have uncertainty, storm, and the tear. And I wasn't going to pull these two out, and I'm not. I'm gonna put them back in the deck. But with these two and the tear card coming out, they all spoke together, and it was like it's time for you to release your doubts. It's time for you to release fears. Like stop, and this is easier said than done. But stop being so concerned with, worldly matters. Like, are you not a child of God? Are you not a goddess? Are you not a high priestess? Like, are you not connected to something greater than yourself? If so, then it makes no sense for you to worry about such petty mortal trappings. You're better than that. So what you need to do is just like learn to release uncertainty. That way it will pull you through the storm. It will pull you out of Mara. And for those of you who don't know, Mara is Hindu. It's the Hindi term for the matrix. The matrix has a name in India, and in Hinduism it's called Mara. It's the world of confusion. It's the energy of confusion. And Mahashiv, or Lord Shiva, I know some of you guys probably know him if you're really like into Hinduism. Lord Shiva, whenever he descends into earth under the god, he brings the moon with him, and he brings Mara, confusion. That's why it's really hard for people to know God, because he hides behind a veil of confusion for those who aren't really like believers. Those of them who needs like confirmation with their eyes and in their minds, they're always going to be confounded, and that's why they can never really see him or see his signs, because they don't have like faith, they don't have belief, because he shrouds himself behind confusion. Okay, I didn't think I was going to have to pull that one out. But yeah, So still your heart, still your energy, and find a way to bring calmness into your life. And as you guys know at this channel, I am a big proponent of meditation. You can't call yourself spiritual if you don't meditate. You can't. Cause I always, and I said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. Like I always seriously doubt people who say that they're spiritual, but always say like, "Oh, I can't meditate. Can you teach me how to meditate?" Like, no, it's a big X through there, because what the hell are you connecting to if you're not in meditation? But yeah, this is a good way to like really clear your energy and to really secure your channel. Is what I'm hearing. To secure your channel to the other side, you do it through consistent and daily meditation. And this is a slap in my ass because even though I really love to meditate, I like to do it when I'm alone. And in my current environment, whenever I meditate, I just feel like dense layers of negativity from all the people around me. So I've been trying not to absorb their energy. But for those of you who have like, they have their own place, like, you can set up your own sanctuary and altar. It's time to start meditating in that place and like really see how you're going to see. I had some crazy experiences in meditation. Like I've had literal gods come and talk to me. So you guys need to really give it a shot. I don't know why I started like pulling, like really like shuffling cards and like pulling, but we had the lovers here and the six of wands. And I heard like for some of you guys, like if you really been like pining for love, and it's bless you, my bro. Oh, thank you, Christian. If you guys have really been like, and I don't want to say pining because I don't want to make it sound like you guys are desperate, but me, I've been pining for love. Where's my soulmate, Father? Where is he? I've been pining for love. So, but if that's something that you want, only thing you have to do to attract the lover and attract the person that you want is to move out with confidence. That's me too, bro. See, look, I knew it's not just me. You need to move out into the world with confidence. I'm hearing like making yourself small or like really hiding who you truly are will only hide you away from the person that's meant to find you. And that's all it's going to serve to do. But for another message here, and the one that I felt deeper than that one, was that this lover's card is a unification of you, of like this goddess energy and like you as a being. Like this is the unification of you and your spirit and you and like your higher selves. Like they're coming together. That's right. And they're coming together and they're coming to bring you victory, confidence, and achievement. Yes, because this is like a really deep thing I'm feeling. Like this isn't just, this isn't just like, finding like your compliment or finding like your twin flame. Like no, that's right. True love comes from within you first. Like you will never, ever be in the vibration or the energy to find your twin flame, your true love, or your soulmate if you're not in total love with yourself. If you're not like open and capable of like loving yourself in the purest way possible, your soulmate and your twin flame will always elude you because you don't have the confidence to walk out in your confidence, to be who you truly are. So that's the message that came out. I'm channeling like various energies here. So it's not all just coming from one source. Like there's a lot of them like at the door really trying to get through and like drop a message. So when it seems like I'm talking about one thing and then I jump to another, it's because like I'm really channeling like a lot of energy right now. A lot of energy. I opened up the floodgates and I just wanted to see what was going to come out for this reading. Okay. We got Mercury here, which is funny. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm getting so much confirmations for myself as well. I hope this is as good for you guys as it is for me, because I'm getting so many confirmations. And this is why I love doing live readings, because you guys get to see my reaction in real time to to everything. What was I saying? What was I saying? What was I saying? Okay, all right, all right. Before I even started this, and while I was in meditation, I felt Zeus, Jupiter. I felt him over me. He posed for me. He had his lightning bolt in his hand, glorious beard and long hair. Like he was there. And the biggest thing that I heard was like, I just seen him over me, and he was giving me a story about Hades, Poseidon, and him. But if a message like that comes up, then I'll get into it. But I'm gonna keep that one in my back pocket for now about the Zeus story. But I felt him. I felt his energy before I even channeled, and the fact that he's here has let me know that he's a blessing. And he told me to call him Big Daddy. So Big Daddy Zeus, Big Daddy Zeus is here. Like he's here and he's dropping off gifts and presents. He's the one that's opening the way and sending Mercury, his one of his favorite sons. Actually, I think Mercury is like a favorite son of his. Sending Mercury down and like really go around the world, and it's like to really send out the blessings to everyone who needs them. You can prepare yourself to like really be expanded, like also not only in the spiritual, like I said, all the gifts that's coming down isn't just like spiritual gifts. Like there's also going to be an expansion of your mind. A lot of people probably going back to school, or starting to read more, or like really just trying to learn about something new and expand their mind. Funny, I think Mercury also, no, that's Apollo. That's Apollo. Never mind. I was about to say, I think Mercury also has something to do with music, but that's Apollo. I almost made a mistake there. But yeah, but I know Mercury has a lot to do with like knowledge, intelligence, quick thinking. And the reason why I freaked out when I saw Mercury today was because this housing place that I was talking to was actually called Mercury Real Estate. So that was like, this is like a big sign for me that like something good might really happen there. So these are like energies, like this is all like confirmation for me. Like I don't know if any of this is like really seeing it, going through my Saturn return astrologically speaking. I think that Saturn and Jupiter are closely connected and how their energy affect us. See, you need to go and watch my other reading. I can't remember which one it was when I talked about Jupiter and Saturn coming together, and Saturn is actually here at the bottom deck, Christian. He was like right here. I wasn't going to bring him up because I'm kind of tired of seeing his face. I'm tired of his energy because he's been really harassing us for quite a while. But yeah, you spoke him up, so here he is. Saturn was just right here, just watching the whole time. So yeah, going through your Saturn return is something that's been affecting a lot of people, and I'm at the age of my Saturn return too, Christian. I'm 29, so I've been going through it as well. And then finally here we have the moon, Luna. So with Luna, like I said, what did I say? When God, Shiva, whatever like your religion is and whatever you truly believe him as, because all of those are just different emanations of Father, this source. When Shiva comes down into the world, he comes down with the wind, Mara, and the moon. And look who showed up, the moon, Luna. One of the biggest things that I have to say here is like with the moon showing up and then the high priestess, like this is going to be a really deep and effectual change. Like I said, a lot of you guys are going to be like spiritually blessed. You're going to see a huge increase in your intuition, and you need to trust it more, especially with the lovers and the Six of Wands that came out. Like you guys are coming into closer union with like your higher selves and your divine masculine and feminine energy, and you need to trust that and move in confidence from this point forward, because the energy is like powerful and is going to be powerful because this portal open, they came through, and now this is going to be your new status quo. You're going to be a powerful being. I sense your open mindedness, spiritually speaking. And yes, well, thank you, Christian. Stop it. You're making me blush. Also, on top of that, we also have two sixes here, which is like, I don't know. I don't know. There's something important about this, but I think I'm not meant to touch that yet. But the fact that we have two sixes. Let me see. Since Christian spoke him up, I'll bring out Saturn. And I guess I can also talk about Neptune as well. One of the biggest things, like when I was on the bus today and I was like deep in thought, one of the things that I heard was that Neptune's veil is starting to lift. Like Neptune is the master of like illusions, because when you look deep into the water, into the abyss, your mind starts to play tricks on you. And what I've been hearing here is like, there's been a lot of like trickery going on in this world. A lot of people like going down a path thinking like it's the right path. And it's the right path for a while, but then it like shifts beneath their feet. Like that's why the path to like your destination is a shifting and winding road. And it's because of him. It's because of Neptune. Neptune also rules your intuition, and your higher thought and imagination. And so, and actually creativity, I believe. That could be Venus, but I think Neptune also has a big hand in creativity. All of this is like really coming through and like really coming together to tell you guys like you're being blessed immensely in multiple ways. And I'm hearing like, let me count the ways. So that's why all these planetary energies are like really just jumping out and like confirming themselves, not only in my experience, but if you guys really sit down, think about it, and learn about these energies, you'll see their confirmation and their hand in your life too. Um, Let me see. Should I do this one? What's next? Okay. I'm feeling like I should pull from these because I'm also going to use my Golden Sun oracles because I haven't touched those yet. But I need to start with these first. Whenever I channel and I start doing stuff like this, I always have one ancestor who just knows how to get under my skin. My spirit guides are like very, very funny people. And every time like I start the channel, they always put that image in my head of Kim Kardashian's mom, like with her and the camera, and they splice it with Mean Girls. And no, it is her. And she says, "You're doing amazing, sweetie." Like every time I start channeling and I'm like on the money, I see that. Like, "You're doing amazing, sweetie." I'm like, please, please go away. Stop making me laugh while I'm channeling. This is serious work. This is business, mom. Ruining my life. Was definitely a spoiled brat in a past life. I know, because I had the dream. Okay. All right. So I'm glad I pulled these out. So the biggest thing that we have here is duality. And the duality card in this deck, you see you got the black bird, white bird, the yin and the yang. The duality card in this like really talks about like accepting everything that happens and like rolling with the punches, the good and the bad with everything that's been happening. I feel like this is a message of comfort for those who've been going through something, who's been going through like a really tough road. Because I know I have been. You Life is filled with like both good and bad, but it all comes together to form something amazing. Like you can't have the good without the bad, and after periods of bad, it always transitions into good because everything in this world, in this earth, in this dimension is cyclical. It's in a cycle. That's why history repeats itself. After every cycle of bad, there'll be a cycle of good, even better than a cycle of bad. We also have this message of duality here with the high priestess with the like, do you choose Barnabas or do you choose Jesus? So it's all about like that energy, that negative influence that's always trying to reach out and nag at all of us, but you have the power to stand up to it and to make the right choice. And that's why we have the lovers card here, because originally instead of being lovers for lovers, the lovers card was the card of choices. So you have a choice from this point forward. Are you wanting to believe, or are you going to plug back out and like descend back into Mara, back into the confusion of your life? Are you going to take the message that's coming out today that all these beautiful energies, that all these spirits have your highest good? They're here supporting you and they're giving you gifts from all your life. Are you going to believe that you are stepping into a new beginning as of this day? Or are you going to decide to like put your head back in the sand and not even believe anymore? Because there is a new beginning, there's new energy coming in, and there's going to be changes in your life. And there has been changes, especially for those of us like this has been like world shaking changes, like losing everything, like losing money, friends, family, lovers. Like this has been a really deeply, and this is why the tarot card is here. Now, see, this is how my channeling work. Like I bring out all these cards, but then like towards the end, everything just starts like start coming out. This has been like a time of like deep cleansing of your life. Like I said, it's been on the spins the rinse cycle. It's the rinse cycle, and right now you're in the spin cycle. Like if you're doing laundry or like in a washing machine, I need to like focus and concentrate. You just been rinsed, and part of that rinsing was having a lot of things that do not serve you fall away. People, situations, circumstances, all of that's been washed away, and you've been given a new beginning and a new chance to walk your true path in life, to walk towards your destiny. Um, this is like a really big like period of changes that just happened, and this is also because of Saturn coming through and like really trying you and trying your energy. I need to pull a sign for Saturn so I can get an idea of like exactly where and how most of us have been challenged. So let me get a clarification here. What's going to come out for Saturn? What house? That's why I'm doing this, so I can know what house it is. Thank you, because I was confused as to why I was doing this, but now I get it. It's for me to pinpoint what house, and I'm hearing I need to draw two of these. Taurus. Taurus is the second house. And like I said, that's material gains, wealth. And I'm trying to do this off the head because I've been really trying to learn this like off the rip, so I don't always have to refer to a book. Second house is the house of wealth, of gain, of material prosperity. Yeah, and also of like your willpower. So all of that stuff has been really tested and restricted by Saturn. That's why a lot of people money's been really tight. A lot of people like been having housing troubles, money troubles. This COVID pandemic really hit. Inflation is going out and going around. It's because of Saturn's influence over the world. This is a challenge for the people, and it's been a personal challenge in your lives that a lot of you guys are going to start overcoming in this new cycle. And here we have Virgo, and at the bottom of the deck we have Capricorn, which is Saturn's home, the 10th house. But with Virgo, you guys is a lot of you guys probably also been having health issues as well. I need to learn a little bit more about the sixth house. That's the house I've always ignored. Like I really don't get Virgo much. So I need to learn a little bit more about the sixth house. So I'm gonna read it. Ah, work, health, and service. The sixth house questions concern employees, workers, and day-to-day life. Also matters relating to health, service to others, small animals, and pets. I've heard that too. That Virgo looks over all the delicate and little things of the world. So yeah. So your health, your life, your money, your employment, like all this stuff has been like really hit. And I'm hearing like it's the COVID effect. Like COVID came around, and this is funny, and this is like going to delve into conspiracy theories, but I just give the prophecies. I don't really make them up. COVID was that event was like spiritually guided. It may not seem like it. It may seem like a lot of bad has happened, and a lot of bad did happen because of it. But that was to like really draws everyone's attention to what's wrong in the world. About the focus on like greed and money and how everyone is just running into this rat race and leaving unfulfilled. For the first time in a lot of people's lives, they got to disconnect from the system and like really get down to what's true to them and what they want. And now that COVID is starting to lift, we starting to see radical revolution, which is like actually in line for the age of Aquarius. They're tearing down the systems. We have massive strikes all over the world, and people really challenging and like really critiquing and like questioning the systems that's governing over them. Like this is all a blessing in disguise. This is getting real meta. This is getting really meta, but I'm gonna go with it. It was to lift lift Neptune's veil, because Neptune rules Pisces, and that was the age of Pisces. And like I said, Neptune's veil has been lifted as we enter into the age of Aquarius. So yeah, my guys and girls. COVID was a spiritually led event, so everyone can get down to the root of themselves. And we've been feeling the reverberations from that for like the past few years. Everything has changed. But the biggest message here that I think Spirit wanted to leave you guys with off of this tangent is that it's all good. Like everything is going to work out in the end. Everything is going to be a-okay. For those of you who believe, for those of you who hold them close, and those of you who cling to Spirit, you're going to be carried through this. It's those who are stuck in Mara that's going to really struggle and have a hard time and not be able to make sense of their life and their reality. They're the ones that's going to say, why did God do this to me? God has to be evil. He must not exist because he's allowing so much bad to happen. It's because they don't understand that bad does happen. Bad has to happen. But it's only bad if you stay in that mindset and that perception of it being bad. Those who are a little bit more higher, a little bit more evolved, knows that nothing is truly bad, and everything is a blessing in disguise. It's a way to challenge you, to like really challenge your thinking here. Is that it? Because that feels real abrupt. Okay. All right, moving on. I'm sorry, like I said, I really opened the floodgate, so there's going to be like a lot of different messages coming through. And here go Saturn again. We have in, what was this? The fifth house, Saturn and Leo. We have generosity. So one of the biggest things that's like really going on here, like if you guys really, I'm hearing like this is like a commandment going forth. Like going forth in your new beginning, you're going to be immensely blessed. But in order to keep those blessings coming, you must remember to give back. You need to be a paragon in this world and one of the leading lights here. Especially if you are aligned with my energy, you in here, you vibing. There's a good chance that you might be a light worker, a star seed, and like a being who's like really been sent here with a purpose. The purpose is to not only enjoy your life, but to also help enrich the lives of everyone around you. Like I said, you're probably a daughter or a son of God, and that comes with responsibilities. And one of the responsibilities is making sure that you're going to be extremely well cared for in your life, and you need to help the less fortunate. That's always going to bring you with so much more blessings. And that's one of the things like I'm hearing about going forth, because I see this guy here, this man, this teacher. What he's doing is like he's talking in this card, he's talking to the people and he's instructing them for free. He's giving his knowledge, being generous with his knowledge for free, and he's helping the less fortunate. And that's something that you guys are going to have to do going forth. Another Saturn card, eccentricity. Another thing going forward, another commandment. If you guys want to continue to be successful and be and really just like vibe with the energy of spirit, you need to make sure that you stay true to yourself. Do not compromise your morals, your integrity, and your values going forth. This world is a world that's run by oppressive powers, by powers that are not of the light. So those of us who really are with the light, we need to stay strong and we need to stay true and we need to stay 10 toes down for everything that we believe and everything that we stand for. And this is some advice moving forward in your life and past this portal. I feel like I need to do 2 more of these. And so I need to do 2 more of these, and look how many just fell out. 2. So this card just keeps coming out. What is with you? We have seduction, Jupiter and Pisces in the 12th house. Now this is starting to become a little bit more clear to me. Okay. You are really strong, Saturn, really, really strong. Like his energy is like really over this reading, because it's the age of Aquarius, and Aquarius is ruled by Saturn as well as Capricorn. So, no wonder his energy has been really, really powerful for quite a while, because we're in one of his signs that he rules over. Like this is our age, and this is going to be the age of Saturn. Deep radical change and challenges. Okay. I'm sorry, that was like a brand new download that just came. Like that was just like a light bulb moment. I'm sorry, guys. Seduction, 12th house. Pisces and Jupiter. So yeah, what this is telling me is that it's going back to the eccentricity card, like really making sure that you stay true to yourself, because there's going to be people that's going to try to dissuade you from your path. The seduction card is all about distraction. There's someone that's going to come in like really pose a distraction to you, and what you have to do is really make sure that you keep your aim focused on whatever it is that you're trying to achieve and set out to do in this life. Do not allow yourself to be seduced by the ways of the world and by worldly ways. This is sounding like we're ascetics here, like we're some kind of monk, but this the vibe that I'm getting, the energy that I'm getting. And then we have the moon in Gemini with adaptability. Really, honestly, truly, make sure, like I said, with the whole duality thing, it comes back to this. There's good and bad in everything, in every part of your life. Life isn't all good, life isn't all bad. But one thing that you have to do is make sure that you remain adaptable through everything that's happening in your life. Like, make sure that whatever is happening, that you're thinking on your feet, because Gemini is the sign of like quick thinking. Yeah, really quick thought. Like, check back with your spirit guides, check back with your spirits, and always like seek out the proper guidance and counsel for everything that you do. Just remain open and remain flexible, and you'll find your way. Um, yeah, and we'll do the last one, and this is what I'll leave you with. The last card and another Saturn card, which is Saturn and Libra. With the devotion card coming out here, like the biggest thing that I have to say here is like make sure that you guys stay committed and stay, I'm hearing like have a sense of fidelity to your beliefs and to everything that you really believe. Remain open. Like if spirit tells you like, hey, become a little bit more open, be a little bit more open. But at the end of the day, it's all about devotion. Like being devoted to who you are, being devoted to whatever being it is that you serve. Because we all, like honestly, all the religions are all pointing to one thing, that there's one supreme God, and he can cast himself in so many different illusions and different people. Like it doesn't matter. We're all serving the same thing at the end of the day. So remember your devotion, remember your love for everything that you hold dear in your life. Is that it? Is that everything? Should I end the message here? Because I feel like it was already good enough, and I don't want it to like drag on. Is that it? Yeah. I'm gonna leave you guys with this, because I heard just one more. Cash your sacred symbols. Cash your sacred symbols, my guys. And what this is telling me, like I said, you guys are star seeds, light workers, and you all work your light in different ways. So set forth, go out into the world, and really make your mark here. Really do everything you can to elevate the people around you, and to like really show off who you are, because it's your time, it's our time. It's time for those that are righteous, those that are like really honestly with the light. It's time for us to show up and stand out. So cast your sacred symbols, and do not be not afraid of the backlash and of what other people have to say. Be not afraid, because you guys are awesome. So go out there and make your mark on the world, because you have heaven with you. You have spirits with you. So thank you guys for watching this. This was really fun and a very beautiful and insightful message. You guys go ahead and enjoy your night. Be blessed.